Hey everyone. Alright, give me 1 second here. And hey everyone, can you hear me? Hey everyone, can you hear me? Alright, yeah, you can hear me good. Alright, couple quick things. One, I'm actually, I don't know, I think I'm coming down with a fever or something like that, so if I sound real tired or anything like that, that's probably the reason why. Yep, just starting to let you guys know that. Anyway, yep, let's do this mission. Anyway, last time we were here, we just got ourselves a new wand. We also fought Swag and participated in a fight club. Anyway, Sebastian, we need your help.
You promised me an explanation for what happened in the Three Broomsticks.
It's always explanation of him all the time.
Victor Rookwood's attention. What was that all about?
Oh yeah, Top Hat Clan man.
Seems he's working with Ranrock. And Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts.
Ranrock? And when were you at Gringotts?
Professor Fig and I ended up there
after the shit, I didn't tell the whole thing, just that he's with Ranrock.
Portkey to Gringotts? I'm not sure I follow.
I barely follow myself, and I was there. Anyway, we ended up in an ancient vault where we found a map. That map leads to the restricted section.
You can't be serious.
Deadly serious. Professor Fig has insisted that I not tell a soul about any of this. I've probably said too much.
Well, definitely have.
Your secret's safe with me.
Oh wait, a bad.
Whatever.
Oh wait, hang on.
Thank you, Sebastian.
He's against the ability. He's the bad boy. He has his own secrets. We know his secrets too.
And I am.
He tagged on us. We can tag on him too.
And tell
no one. Be just so distracted right there.
How concerned should I be about the librarian?
Madam Scribner doesn't take kindly to clandestine activities taking place amongst her precious books. So do all that you can to avoid her. She and I have had our entanglements, but I can hold my own against her. You may not be so lucky.
Okay, and
what will happen if we're caught in the restricted section?
Detention, no doubt. But a word of caution or two will help. For one, avoid Peeves, the poltergeist. Aside from wanton destruction of property, he loves nothing more than telling on the likes of us.
Thank you, Sebastian.
How do I avoid him?
I'll meet you later.
Wee wee.
See there? That's the door we need to reach. And those annoying prefects would love nothing more than to rat on us to Scribner. So don't let them see us. Understood?
I can be sneaky. Let's go.
I think Metal Gear Solid. I know what to do, Bob.
There's a spell you should know. The disillusionment charm. Good for getting places you're not supposed to be. Cast it and you'll appear as little more than a trick of the light, just as long as you keep your distance and stay quiet.
You mean I'll actually be able to turn invisible?
Something like that. It's not as foolproof as a cloak.
Yeah, we don't have
Those
that.
are expensive. And spells are free. Give it a try.
I like this man. Kids on a solid page flying around.
Quieter than a jobberknoll.
If I can see you, the prefects might be able to as well. Be careful.
Okay, I don't know if I need to hold the button down the whole time or.
Blast. The librarian's still here. Quick, behind the bookcase.
Okay, I may have been there too now, dude. Well, bam! Yeah, there is just blast right to see what happens.
I said usually, but it'll still be alright. Do you see her desk behind me?
Yeah, the one we just went right
Is
past.
in the drawer of that desk. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'll create a distraction to draw her away. You focus on getting the key. I'll meet you outside of the restricted section.
Wait, why do we need a key? Isn't there a spell for this?
Alohomora. That's how I always used to get in. But the librarian twigged that I knew the spell and cast an anti-Alohomora charm on the lock. So now it's just this key. But don't worry. I said I'd get you in, and I always keep my word. Trust me.
Trust me. Okay, so I don't need to hold it down the whole time, just click it once.
Is someone there? Is that you, Peeves?
The key. Here it is. That wasn't so difficult after all. Now, to find that book.
Oh, what could we take?
Oh, that one's charmed to look more useful than it is. It's fooled me twice. Never judge a tome by its cover, I say.
So, oh, no, that is actually kind of clever. Some of the books are traps.
Ghost, don't let her see you.
Yeah, someone poked that.
Should be in the clear. There's no need for us skulking about.
You just did it right in front of her.
So what is it you've been looking for?
I'm looking for a cure to help my twin sister, Anne, so that she can return to Hogwarts. Because Merlin knows everyone else has given her.
Why do you think you'll find a cure in the restricted section? Does the Hogwarts matron have nothing that can help Anne?
No, we've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's. But I can research on my own. No need to concern yourself with that right now. Let's focus on what you're after. Which is what, precisely?
I'll know it when I see it.
You're being awfully cryptic.
Just looking around, you know, after the 6 area. That thing, you know, attacks someone not well.
Who have we here? Sebastian Cello and his new little friend. Out exploring where they shouldn't be. Naughty, naughty. You'll get caughty.
Peeves, don't
I'm
you...
going to tell. I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell.
Oh, blasted Peeves! I've got to stop him, or at least get to the librarian with a good excuse for all of this.
Wait, I don't want you getting into trouble for me.
I have a way with the faculty when it comes to disciplinary matters. Besides, I like having friends who are in my debt.
Oh,
Now
I
go.
like this.
Good luck in your search.
That's no.
Now,
That's
where's
no
that
stood in
damn
him.
poltergeist got to?
I know just the spell to repair this.
Let's go to old Fixie.
Repair it. Of course. Traces of ancient magic.
Oh.
There must be more.
Which one is the...
Revelio.
Okay, creepy.
Where might this lead?
Oh, okay. Honestly, that was just a lucky guess right there.
Not surprising. Guards at the ready.
Oh shit. Okay, that's it. Yeah, so just like we just saw there.
This must be the way forward. But to where? Nearly there. Best keep my wits about me.
Yeah, and also two Wayne here. Okay, now that's awful right there. Okay, I just want to know how to actually heal myself.
It is a book after all.
So I'm more used to the up on the D-pad and using me in heal. I have no T right now. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, I got tea. Ugh. Oh, poor no Timmy, don't, no water for him.
You wanted to see me? Headmistress Fitzgerald? Professor Rackham?
Miss Isadora Morganach.
Oh, no,
Welcome.
professors.
Professor Rookwood? Professor Bakar?
We understand that you are adjusting well to life at Hogwarts.
I am.
I am glad. Especially in light of your unusual situation, starting as a 5th year.
As it happens, I was also admitted to Hogwarts as a 5th year. I've never heard of another like us.
Miss Morganach, when we spoke yesterday after class, you asked about the beautiful swirls you saw years ago when we visited your hamlet.
I recognized you all immediately. I cannot thank you enough for what you did.
We were glad to help.
You see too much.
And yes,
We're
I
at sound
did
to
see
you.
swirls of magic everywhere that day. My father insists it was my imagination running wild, but it was certainly real to me.
It was not your imagination.
Percival, Professor Rackham can see them too. But we have never known of another who could.
I don't understand. What are they?
The whispers or traces that appear when a particular form of ancient magic is wielded.
Ancient magic?
Few are capable of wielding it. Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic.
So if I can see traces of ancient magic, does that mean I can wield it too?
With the proper training.
But let us not get ahead of ourselves, Miss Morganach.
Before I can train you to wield such magic, you must first master all that Hogwarts has to offer.
A magic this powerful can do great harm in the wrong hands. It must be wielded by a select few. As such, we ask that you not speak to anyone about what we have discussed here today.
Okay.
Sebastian!
Go get caught.
Sneaking in the restricted section again! I had thought we were through with this mischief. Clearly detentions are insufficient. I'm afraid I must take this to the headmaster.
But that being said, Peeves informs me that you didn't come alone tonight. If someone has coerced you, I would have you tell me. You're a bright boy. Don't waste this.
There was nobody else. I came alone.
Oh, Sebastian. What will your uncle say?
Can we kill that ghost? Yeah, if you kill Ghost Kid. Oh, I keep going down. Oh, whoops. Come on, open the door. Yeah, then we sleep in here. Plus, I keep quiet.
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
No, it's Headmaster
Unorthodox.
Jackass.
It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
He's pretty soft, isn't he?
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were...
You want to say it now for him to heal?
It was a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section, as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look.
Oops.
Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
In the second, they were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
What
What can you tell them about Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and keep the details to ourselves until we know more.
Of
I
course.
understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied.
Hey,
while you're gone.
poisoning.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
Mine.
It's time to prove your dueling mettle and see if we've a new school champion. Meet me at the usual place for the final round of crossed wands. Also, the training dummy is still available.
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
Okay, yeah, I get the point.
Professor Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please complete the assignments I have given you, and then proceed to see me in my classroom.
Jeez, classwork. And I want to ask you, when do I get to do some of my classes? Oh, how about Hogwarts?
Revelio.
Wait till all my sisters are at Hogwarts with me.
Oh wow, didn't realize it's actually that close. Oh, it said it's fucking big. I didn't imagine it would be this big.
Revelio. What are you up?
Hey, we got team
Morning,
class.
Professor Garlick. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie.
She seems so happy.
Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
Is he even a teacher?
We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bowl. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears.
Oh yeah. Oh, now I know what those mean. So, one of the most annoying sounds.
Grip the mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
Yeah, that sounds very different.
Quickly! Place your mandrake in the new core and cut out the soil! The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables. You can all get started. I need to have a brief word with her.
The best time to plant a seed is last season. The second best time is now.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Okay.
Did you know that you can use the mandrake to defend yourself? Why, the very idea.
What the fuck is going on with your outfit? Liz, I think your cord is the turning inside out.
Yes, Professor?
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you.
So,
It seems you're
vibe,
already taking
vibe on that.
herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic,
Sorry.
they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy.
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class. Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Thanks.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there, but your lead. Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Thanks.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh, well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, I would have. If Hecate hadn't stopped me.
Didn't she stop that dragon skull from crushing you?
Typical Slytherin trick, dropping a dragon skull on someone during a fight. We Gryffindors fight with honor. Here we are, home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go on. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest. Look at that! They'll they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight.
I know.
Not saying you can't go it alone, but... Well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
He's creeping me out, guys. I don't like him. I mean, for a Gryffindor, okay, one, it sounds like he's really into me. I don't know, it feels kind of weird with him. And second, the way he's talking about those cabbages, it sounds like he actually used them to kill someone. So, I wasn't.
Trust me, Leander. I was imagining it the entire time.
You were? I mean, of course, you're not someone to be trifled with. I see that.
They're not my skill now.
Has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Just take every plant we can get. Out of the way.
You can't imagine how inconvenient that is. And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves, I shall end our lesson here.
I attended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Those mandrakes are really relishing their new pot.
Hello, Lenora. Could you remind me what's so special about that empty painting?
It's not necessarily
yeah.
special, as far as I can tell. It's some sort of puzzle that I'm trying to work out. Have a look if you're of a mind. Perhaps you can spot a clue that I've missed.
Alright, let's see. And let's see, what outfit could we also wear? Yeah, I'm keeping that one on for right now. Yeah, I can go with that for right now. Oh, I like this. Alright, we keep that one on for right now.
Off on another adventure, are we?
I don't.
Shouldn't there be auras or someone from the Ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade?
Professor Black would never allow that. It would make him look completely incompetent, which he is.
Yes, he is. Alright. You'll see the posted, Professor. Is he any better than Professor Snape?
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld
Why am I in your
can be
house?
used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Point for Ravenclaw.
So it's Dr.
Before
House.
today's class is completed, each of you will have
Ugh,
brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
So a mix of Snape and House from House MD. I don't know, maybe because I was watching the House not too long ago, and now I'm just thinking he
Use a
said that.
strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
And you made a bomb by accident.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir.
Here, drink this. He drinks it like it's alcohol.
Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
I'm just saying, like, he's like Dr. House with the way sometimes he talks, he looks, and the way he walks. With
My
no lip.
parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a goblin rebellion.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
Good, Weasley? What?
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley, Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so
Are you the
myself.
son of the
Pleasure to
Weasley?
meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Adurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
Spencer will blame me for that.
I'll get you the Fwooper
Yes,
feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Okay, I would say Gryffindor because at least they won't betray me. Though I don't like Gryffindor that much. They're too good to choose, but I know they don't lie.
Remember.
Okay.
A well-prepared witch or wizard always has a few potions on hand.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Adurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Proficiency and potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be thorough.
What potion you want me to blue? Still, my friend. Oh yeah, it says it on the side. I'm sorry. This sticky made me think they're weird. Alright. Come on, give me it.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah! Dragon Dog! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
Oh. Yeah, he knows it's me.
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about it more.
I brewed an
Cough.
as you asked.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley.
I got his backside away. I'm saving it. I could lie, but he saw I do it. He knew it was me the whole time. No one can get that feather. I make sure no feather exists in this castle or land. You found it. I know it was you. Oh, don't maybe get my cane and stop making me poking you with it.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson.
No,
for
we
the
haven't.
work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well.
But not great.
I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all.
Don't leave anywhere.
I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
I can't help myself.
Professor Sharp said that Wiggenweld potion can treat injuries. Hope I never need it.
Alright, so he is a lot nicer professor than Professor Snape, so I just want to choose that.
That was an interesting class.
Thanks to you. Wasn't precisely what I had in mind, but it was still brilliant. I appreciate your help. I hope Sharp wasn't too disagreeable when you handed in your potion. Heard him talking about taking responsibility.
Professor Sharp was annoyed, but we sorted it out. No harm.
Cheers to that. He probably had a good chuckle after we left. Sharp may seem gruff, but I'd bet a few galleons he blew up a potion or two in his day. Best be off. Next time we talk, I promise, fewer explosions.
Life is so peaceful in the hamlets.
I was impressed that you were able to answer Professor Sharp's question about the Wiggenweld potion.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot
from a fellow Ravenclaw.
And I've never
He
seen
said the same
anyone
thing.
brew such a flawless Wiggenweld potion on their first try. Well done.
Professor Sharp didn't seem as impressed as you are.
Don't take it personally. Professor Sharp wouldn't be impressed by a troll reciting the tales of Beetle the Bard backwards. And in gobbledygook. A fascinating language, by the way. Neither here nor there, really, but...
What's going on with
I'm a
her?
self-taught speaker. Merlin's beard. Good conversation is the enemy of free time. I must return my book, Gateway to the Far Stars, before my next class. Speaking of stars, we'll be in astronomy together. You'll love it. Professor Shaw is firm, but quite clever. See you soon, no doubt.
I have family in Eindale. Father wants me to visit.
Revelio.
That's the last time I ever...
Oh, we can walk over there. No, open door.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Well, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about. Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
More facts. Still can't believe we can't do quitters. No, give me fights.
Hello, Lucan. Is the final round of Crossed Wands ready?
Big match today. It all comes down to this. The moment that we find out if your training and dedication is enough to win it all. Ready for a shot at glory?
Sorry, just gotta sneeze. Alright. Yes.
I certainly am.
Brilliant. Are you dealing with a partner?
Yes, Natty.
Then let's get started.
So let's see how those skills are.
We can make this a real victory.
That's the spirit.
Whoop, hang on. Whoop. I come.
What to do?
Yes, it was.
What a victory! You've won the tournament!
It was pathetic. I'm just getting started.
I'm just getting started.
If the best duelists in the school weren't enough for competition, then perhaps you should consider transferring to Durmstrang.
Oh.
Now, to the victor goes the prize!
Was it money?
So it is my great honor to present you with this simple yet elegant token of supreme dueling accomplishment.
Thank you. It's been an honor.
You earned it. You are a duelist to be reckoned with. Now that we've definitively crowned a tournament winner, I suppose I should get back to my schoolwork.
Aww.
Wonder how my herbology plants are doing. I haven't tended them in ages.
Alright, let's see.
Revelio.
Oh darn, I want to jump in there, see what happens. We can walk.
Revelio.
Hey, it will soon be Hagrid's hut.
Revelio. Revelio.
Oh, I need to know we can swim.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I was there, and I saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow at the Three Broomsticks. I have been worried about you.
I'm all right at the moment.
If you don't mind my asking, why were they looking for you?
They want something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm
It's
honest.
it's our secret we tell
Professor Fig
everyone.
says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
Okay, you don't have to give up the detail of everything.
What does that mean?
I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it. And I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to absorb.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. Everyone has been talking about you defending Hogsmeade from that troll attack. And I shall never forget watching Serona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow in the Three Broomsticks. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Oh, sorry.
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibililand. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair on their own. And you should know that Rookwood is in league with Ranrock.
I had heard they were seen in Hogsmeade together. All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right. But how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to.
Why, still being
I
a
shall
student?
reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
Revelio.
Hey, for some reason my controller is taken, for some reason.
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil.
Oh, speak of the devil!
Would like a word with you.
Students, you can't be sick.
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
Pathetic.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Oh, it's the Topak clan! Oh no!
I'm not going anywhere.
Please, take me.
What on earth just happened?
Can't beat the
I've never
champ.
been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Okay, why are my controllers taking all the time?
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
Okay.
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts.
Okay.
Typical hard-working Hufflepuff. Brilliant potioneer. Has her own shop in Nocturne Alley.
Oh.
She's a travelling vendor. Here's what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher.
Nora Treadwell at your service. Historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were mere myth.
Mere myth? You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
I don't think the school will appreciate you walking around the school grounds.
Dozens of them all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins.
Yeah, he was a
was
Slytherin.
terribly fond of
Slytherin, in case
puzzles
you want
and
to know.
enigmas.
I'm not sure old vine-covered pillars are worth studying.
Well, I think anything concerning Merlin is worth pursuing, and I shall...
Oh wait,
have
and that was
no
that for the
one
puzzles,
has yet
not.
managed to figure out
See, I
how
noticed
they
to say that as Lord Cross.
I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb, Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The mallow sweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of mallow sweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the mallow sweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the mallow sweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens. My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres. Incendiary! Incendiary!
The flames make the pyre sink.
How beautiful! What a day! I can hardly believe it.
Revelio.
Oh, so let's get more than away.
I take it we can call that a success.
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallow sweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you.
Thanks.
And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Hello? Can I help you?
Oh, thank goodness.
I got it, still then.
My name is Grace Pinch Smedley. Of the Bath Pinch Smedleys? I was hoping someone would come along soon. I was about to defy my father's wishes and would never have forgiven myself. You see, I need to retrieve something from the bottom of the lake. Might you be the one to help me?
Diving into the lake sounds like an adventure. Tell me more.
Splendid. Precisely the response I'd hoped for.
What do you
Sounds
need help
like a trick.
retrieving?
Years ago, my grandfather, who fancied himself quite the astronomer, set sail from Hogsmeade Station for what was meant to be a quick stargazing cruise with my grandmother. They never returned.
I'm so sorry. What happened to them?
We can't be sure. We only know that neither they nor their boat made it back to shore. They were presumed drowned. Father was so distraught that he forbade our family from setting foot on or in the Black Lake ever again. A treasured family astrolabe vanished with them that night. If you could dive down and retrieve it, I may be able to bring my father some peace.
What exactly is an astrolabe?
It's an astonishing ancient navigational tool. Essentially, a handheld model of the universe. It's mainly used for studying the stars, astronomical pursuits, but it has nearly 1,000 uses. Fascinating device. Sadly, I'd imagine it's rusted beyond repair now. Still, we'd love to have it returned to us. It would be like getting a bit of my grandparents back.
You seem to think I might have heard of the Bath Pinch Smedleys. Why would I know of your family?
That's like asking why the sky is blue or grass is green. The Pinch Smedley name is synonymous with intellectual curiosity. We are known for our contributions to science and art. I'm surprised you haven't heard of us, frankly. But with all I plan to discover about the world around us, those that don't yet know the name certainly one day will.
It sounds dangerous, especially for something of mere sentimental value.
I understand. But I'd be forever grateful. Of course, you may discover much more than the astrolabe. Anything else you found would be all yours. I've cross-referenced the vessel's last alleged location against the lake's topography, depth charts, and tide schedule. My best guess is that it's just over there, about a furlong from the dock.
Well.
It would be wonderful to have my grandfather's astrolabe back.
Greetings. I understand you're quite the enterprising young Ravenclaw. Professor Fig tells me you found a long-lost book for him. I'd like to talk to you about it.
What am I doing? I can't. I don't know there's a way for my kid to swim down. Yeah, I wasn't really thinking right there.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Yeah, it's just fast travel.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Is
And yes, I'm well aware of the side activity right there. We'll probably do that one later.
Good of you to come. My friend,
Oh yeah!
Fig speaks highly of you and your resourcefulness. He was vague as to details, but mentioned your having tracked down a difficult-to-find book. I wondered if you'd be willing to do a little detective work on my behalf.
So, he said he would do it himself for me. Then he went to you to ask you to do it. Who then went to me to ask it if I could do it for myself.
Of course, Mr. Ollivander. Sounds most up my street.
Wonderful. You see, about a century ago, an heirloom applewood wand with a fairy wing core went missing from this very shop. My great-aunt suspected a student named Richard Jackdaw. He'd been serving as an assistant here and suddenly vanished.
Richard Jackdaw?
Like the bird. In fact, he was known to frequent the Hogwarts Owlery. We searched there, of course, but found no wand. We did find a series of statues similar to Jackdaw's. I'm certain they're a clue, but I cannot figure out where they lead. Jackdaw was last heard tittering about some pages with a map he'd stolen from Peeves. As you can imagine, the poltergeist was less than helpful.
Surely you could continue searching the Owlery.
Oh, one would think. However, the headmaster does not take kindly to an old wand maker loitering about the place. Can't say I blame him.
I agree.
Also, I have perhaps been looking for too long. I feel a fresh set of eyes, and a bright mind like yours is sure to solve this riddle.
Why would the thief have taken the wand?
I must admit I have no idea. From what I can gather, he fancied himself an adventurer of sorts. Always looking for trouble. In fact, after he went missing, rumor had it his ghost was seen in Hogsmeade. Never heard much about him after that, but it seems as if his adventurous spirit may have got the better of him. Perhaps he thought that the wand had some special power simply because of its esteemed lineage. Astonishing how misunderstood the art of wand-making is.
Is there anything special about the wand?
Oh yes, it's terribly special. But not in the way you might think. It won't grant special powers to the caster, no. Nothing like that. But it will ease the hearts and minds of the Ollivanders to know of its return. And that power is immeasurable.
I'll have a look for you. You've certainly given me plenty to go on.
Ah, you've brought hope to this old wand-maker's heart. Professor Fig was right. You are a remarkable student.
Well, let's get it. Fast travel. Alright, that's what I get with the fast travel.
What are you up to now?
Modern. Oh yeah, the police classroom. Unfortunately, Hacker is not here to teach us.
Revelio. Revelio.
The statues Mr. Ollivander mentioned must be upstairs amongst the owls.
Oh yeah, the owl house.
Don't mind me, owls. I'm here to help a friend. Now, where are those statues? Oh, I'll take that, thank you. I recognize those handles. The summoning charm should do the trick. Nothing. Revelio. I'd best keep looking.
Yeah, what's after owl droppings?
No statues here. Empty perches. Could be the right size for jackdaws. Or statues of jackdaws. This will do nicely.
Revelio.
Birds aren't afraid of heights. Perhaps I should look a bit higher. Nothing. I'd best keep looking. No statues here. A map. It doesn't appear to be connected to the missing pages. Best hang on to it for now. Nothing.
Here's a welcome surprise.
I'd best keep looking.
Revelio.
What's happening?
Alright, there you go. Oh my.
Could it be? Has someone solved my puzzle after all these years? Well done indeed. Good news. If you've got something to hide, you found the perfect spot. Richard Jackdaw, at your service.
The Richard Jackdaw. So, Mr. Ollivander was right. He wants his family wand back.
Goodness, I'd forgotten about that wand. I assure you I don't have it on me. I'm almost certain I dropped it the moment I was beheaded in that cave. Oh, it was sheer folly to follow that map.
What map?
Ridiculous, really. Found it on some yellowed old pages Peeves had pilfered. Thought I could impress a girl. But that's a story for another day.
So, you stole a wand and then followed a map on some pages that you took from Peeves and followed that map to your doom.
Odd to hear it all reduced to such absurdity, but yes. Why do you care about some old wand?
I don't really. Ollivander does. It's the pages I'm after. Might they be with the wand in the cave?
Indeed. Say, here's an idea. Why don't you meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest? I'd be happy to show you where to find them.
I think I can guess how you died, but who did it to you?
I was having a look about when I suddenly sensed a refreshing breeze, after which I felt, well, lightheaded. That's all I remember. Hence, if you do visit the cave, be prepared. I can't tell you what for specifically, but you seem a perceptive sort. Beware a light breeze.
Okay.
Why would you steal Mr. Ollivander's family wand?
The family were always going on about how special it was, so I took it. Who could resist? Sadly, it wasn't special enough to save my neck. I fully intended to return it once I learned it was only special for sentimental reasons, but as you can see, I never got the chance.
How is it possible to steal from Peeves? A poltergeist?
I didn't steal the pages from his ghostly form. I merely found them in his wake of destruction. He's got a penchant for wrecking things. Books, bottles, suits of armor, whatever's likely to cause the most chaos. I doubt he even noticed they were gone.
If that's the only way for me to get those pages, I'll meet you there.
If you don't mind the sight of my decapitated skeleton, the wand and the pages are yours for the taking.
Well, thanks for the info. Anyway, I'm gonna continue this next time because I'm actually getting a little tired. And I feel like it'd probably be a good idea for me to get some rest so I don't get, even sicker. But once again, thanks for coming down, guys. Hope you take care, stay healthy, and have a wonderful night.